Greetings, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is amalightworker, and I hope to see you live on the chat. I know that YouTube doesn't notify everyone on a time, so I'm going to give a little time to everybody to look into your accounts. If you are right here with me on the chat, do send me a hello. Let me know where is it that you are chatting from. I love to make these connections with you live on the chat so I can see Green Baby, how are you? And I'm going to be moving back and forth through different screens. I just need to copy and paste this link so I can post it on the community tab. Okay, JB, hello from Tennessee. How are you? Thank you so much for being right here with me right now. So it is a very hot day here in Massachusetts where I live. I don't know what's going on with your part of the world, but it feels like everybody's ready for summer. Has anyone been feeling a little bit differently? Because for many of us, particularly if you happen to be someone who is very sensitive to earth energy, you may be feeling the effect of the eclipse already. Helen J, how are you? Love 88 Spirit from Vegas, how are you? Hope that you are having fun in Vegas. So today I will be doing an Akashic reading about the lunar eclipse that we are about to have on May 26, 2021. I will ask about how this energy of the eclipse is going to be affecting all of us, and then I will break that down into particular signs. I know that a lot of you do skip through it and you go directly to your sign. It's very important that you also listen to this portion right now because this applies to everyone, okay, to all of the zodiac signs. This is just as important as your zodiac sign itself. And another thing is that you also need to listen for your sun sign, for your rising sign, and for your moon sign. If you don't know your rising sign and moon sign, all you have to do is go to Google, and you're going to Google how to find your moon sign or a rising sign. And this is for free. You can Google it for free. You're going to get like a free birth chart calculator. You're going to enter your data. You are going to be asked 3 questions. The date, month, date, and year that you are born. For those of you who know the time of birth, you are going to be asked the time of birth and the place where you are born. Okay, the free calculator then is going to calculate for you your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. And for those of you who don't know the birth time, maybe approximately, maybe you know, like, so this way you kind of get an idea. So I know that in many parts of the world, nobody recorded the time of birth. So that's the case for me as well. But I was able to calculate it because approximately I knew the time frame that I was born. Love White, hi, how are you? Thank you so much. Samina. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good way. The birth chart calculator will show you how to do that. All right, so now let's talk about the lunar eclipse in December. I'm sorry, I don't know why I say December, in May 26, 2021. There is this general sense that it's going to feel a little bit limiting and is also going to feel freeing. There is this duality about it, that anything can be possible and yet nothing can be possible. And you have to be very precise if you are someone who likes to set an intention, okay? Because I'm getting the sense that the first few days is going to feel like you're trying to achieve something, okay, you are right there, but it's sliding off your fingertips. And then after that, after the initial 2 or 3 weeks, boom, 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 everything is going to be done. It is the energy of freedom and liberation that comes from within. What are the emotional limitations that you have put on yourself and you don't know? What are the freedom that your soul needs to find? Okay? And I'm getting also the sense that with that, you're going to be asking these big questions. And then with that, as you go along, you're going to figure out the question. And these questions don't have to be easy. It could be like you get to figure out a portion of that question. And then you have to wait and be patient and fill in the blanks as you go along, because you are not going to be able to figure everything out right from the start. It is the energy of transformation that gets things done. Everything will be done, okay? But that may not be what initially happens in the next few months, because these eclipses have the tendency to influence you for the next 6 months. In the next 6 months, a lot of projects will be started off the ground. You are going to start to launch new things, even emotionally, like an emotional reset, a physical reset. And it's not about making up for the time lost. It is about a reset so that you can begin with a better sense of awareness, with a better sense of knowing. So this is the energy where things are going to get more practical. You're going to have the strength, the opportunity, and the time to achieve a lot more than before. So it's not only about your internal freedom and liberation, it's also about how your circumstance is going to change, because there are also going to be other forces activated. It could be something that, an announcement, a law, something that gets passed on, maybe from the government of your country, maybe from higher ups at your work, maybe from institutions of importance that you may be dealing at this time. There's going to be new rules, new regulations that are going to have the tendency to make everybody's life easier, okay? Easier to earn money, easier to find a job, easier to travel, easier to be safe, easier with immigration situations, easier about import-export. For some reason, that is also mentioned. Easier about communication, whether the communication is face-to-face or through technology. So there's going to be this sense that this is also going to affect your wealth, your abundance, your money, your finances. Because for a lot of you, you are going to find yourself moving from one financial status, boom, to the next one. And that phase in between, for some of you, it could be 3 months, okay? And they're talking about moving from one lower financial state, okay, to a higher one. They're not saying that it's going to be a huge difference from not having enough, having so much. But there's going to be enough of a difference that is going to be significant. For some of you, it is about you taking charge and deciding what takes priority. Because for some of you, if you are someone that has been working so much during the pandemic, you're going to reconfigure your setting, your daily life, and you may decide what takes priority now. Where is it that you may need to cut off some work, some hours, so that you can have a better balance? So to speak, is the energy of you work for your money, now you get to spend it, now you get to enjoy it. And for other ones who have been a little bit stuck financially, emotionally, mentally, or physically with this pandemic, is the energy of reset. You are rebuilding, and you're going to start to see results in anything that you decide to put your energy into it. Relationships, boy, oh boy, there's going to be the energy of relationships skyrocketing, okay? Or for other ones, maybe relationships are not even in your horizon. You're not thinking about it, or maybe you're thinking about it, but you don't know where to find one, where to meet people. You meeting people, for those of you who are single and open to looking, you're going to meet people in the most of surprising situations. All you have to do is go with the flow. All you have to do is just show up if you happen to be invited to go places, and just be your self. And this eclipse also wants to reset everybody emotionally. What are your emotional losses? Are you grieving? Did you lose a relationship? Do you still have any emotional, maybe emotionally you still need to find proper closure? It could be you, it could be the other person that you were emotionally involved with. It could be in a friendship sense, it could be someone that you used to be married, somebody you used to be engaged or in a relationship with, or you had some kind of a sexual or romantic situation going on with the other person. So if any of the two parties involved needs to have some kind of an emotional closure, do not be surprised if this eclipse in the next 6 months is going to bring to you people and circumstances from the past, so that you can find that better and deeper understanding. So that now that you have moved past it, you are able to see the bigger picture. And with that is going to come this great sense of emotional closure for those of you who need to find that. And it's also the energy of reconnecting with people who speak to your heart, reconnect with people that bring more joy to your social life. Not only, this is not about life going back to normal, although that's what we all think, okay? The pandemic is coming to a close, at least where I live, okay? The officials announced that in the next few weeks, they plan on opening everything and going back to the normal life. But normal life is not going to feel the same, because you're going to want more. Because the things that you didn't get to do or to enjoy, the things that you did not have access to during the pandemic, are going to take another meaning. Either you're going to realize that, hey, it wasn't that important, okay? Or it's going to be like, you're going to appreciate more the things that you didn't have access to it. Appreciating the sense of life, appreciating the sense of purpose. So even though mentally we think that, okay, life is going to go back to normal, yes, there's going to be a sense of normalcy, but after what happened, how can life in its own be that normal? So it is about setting a new normal, a new life, a new routine, okay? And I'm also getting the sense of being blessed, but also being very, very much in tune with your emotions, and even crying is a way of releasing. Now, I understand that most women, we cry, and that's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's the kind of cry that recharges you. And it's okay. Okay, if you find yourself being so in tune with your emotions that you can easily cry, because it's actually very healing. But this energy also speaks to men when they're going to start to get more in touch with their feminine side. Remember that you as a soul, you have feminine and masculine energies. And right now, the reset, it's about balancing the feminine and the masculine. In previous readings, in previous live streams, I did speak about there were times where everybody was operating from their feminine side. It was a lot about the sacred femininity, and then it was about sacred masculinity. And right now it's about blending of the two from the roots. Okay? Imagine the root of a tree. Okay? It doesn't have just like one thing going up, one line. It has like many different lines. Okay, so this is about creating that root, creating that foundation with the proper balance of femininity and masculinity. Okay, imagine the atoms in the cell. in every single cell. So there's the negative charge, there's the positive charge, imagine the electrons. Okay, so they need to be equal, right? For the atom, for the cell, for it to exist. So this is the building block. With this analogy, they're trying to tell you that you are now building the building block, the foundation to what your life needs to be emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically, and also at the aura level, aurific level. So from the root up. The way how you manifest is from below above. What you feel internally, this is what you end up attracting. And it is a good moon to manifest to some degree, because this is not so much about you having the power to manifest. This is about you being open to accept what is going to come your way, because karma is going to bring forth unresolved situations, unresolved feelings, unresolved circumstances, so that you can resolve them. And with that, it will also bring to you support and everything else you need, all the tools that you need, people your way to help you to navigate through it, so that you can get to conclude it in a way that you don't have to go back to it. So this is not a time to put a band-aid. This is a time for real solutions. A lot of you may be going through maybe usual routine checkups. Some of you have already scheduled or planned for, it could be a root canal, it could be monitoring your heart, it could be blood work, it could be like maybe some urine test or other medical related testing. So what this is going to do is you're going to be blessed in a way that you will know for sure what the diagnosis is and how to go about it. So finding real solutions, long-term solutions. And this is also about investments that you may be thinking, investments that you already have, getting classes, courses, trainings about investments, about cryptocurrency. That is coming very strongly also in a lot of your readings that I did for each and every sign. So this is about you having to make a very informed decision for anything in your life, whether that decision is a romantic decision about a relationship, about a home, okay, about a sale, a property, about a business, about anything really. So you being provided the information that you don't know that you need to know. Okay, whether that is a secret, whether that is through the grapevine or something, or through courses, classes, books, videos. So a very informed decision. And this is also, you know, when you are a child, they're going to remind you of when you used to be a child and you had to learn how to tie your shoes. And sometimes you used to make a mistake. Sometimes you used to tie both shoes together and you couldn't move. But it took you a while to figure out what shoe goes in what foot, left or right, and how to tie your shoes. And some kids learned in 3 days, other kids learned in 5 days, other kids, it took them longer or shorter. Everybody's got their own speed. But imagine the excitement when you used to be a child and learn to tie your own shoes, because it meant freedom. It meant that you could put your own shoes. It was a sign that you were growing up, and the excitement, you know, you're going to run around, the freedom, learning to walk. And remember that feeling, okay? Because this is what this is all about. It's the feeling of rather than what is really happening. And for many of you, you need to pay attention, because sometimes you need to learn to read between the lines, or you need to read to get the meaning of what other thing is this person not telling you. Are you connected to their suffering? Are you connected to their joy? Okay, there's a lot that people need to say to express, but maybe they don't know how to go about it. So this is also connected to matters of self-expression, helping one another to understand, helping one another to talk, to express an opinion, even though that opinion could be completely the contrary of your opinion, having to live with differences, having to live with our differences, having to live with differences of opinion between you and other people. Because even if you may be dealing with controversies, you still get to be alive. It doesn't get to manage your life. It doesn't get to control your life. So this is about to teach you that you can live even in the middle of a war and survive. You can live in the middle of peace and still survive. So whatever difficulties you have, you still get to enjoy your life. So life your way through it, and sometimes even shedding tears. Okay, it's about being able to see the other side of the coin, right? The positive and the negative. So for those of you who would like to give me timestamps, please don't forget also to timestamp the energy of the eclipse. So I see a few more people. Abstract Wellness, how are you? Thank you so much. Cherokee, Ruti Tavares, how are you? Fabiola, V. Calder, LZ, I believe that's Liz. Love White, thank you so much. Okay. And just in case I forget, I'm going to try to write down what signs I'm doing, because sometimes I get so much into the reading and I forget what sign I was talking about. Aries, Aries Sun, rising or moon. How will this eclipse influence you? Your emotions are going to be completely changed. And initially, you're going to be going through very high emotions. Okay, for some of you could be high emotions of joy. For other ones, it's going to be a little bit like, I need to cry, or like anger. It doesn't matter in what spectrum that affects you. After going through high emotions, then you're going to settle. You're going to feel more grounded. You're going to feel more blessed. You're going to learn how to be more thankful because the worst did not happen. And for some of you, we're also going to be blessed by winning little things. By winning like free stuff. You get to purchase something, they're going to be like, you are the 100th or the 1000th person, and here's what you get. So by little wins, winning little stuff. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, this is going to be about your health, because it feels like down the line in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be talking to new healthcare providers, people that take care of you in the health professions, whether this is in regular medicine, Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, holistic, it doesn't matter. It feels that you are going to be connected with new people who are going to give you a deeper and better insight about how your body functions, what is interfering with what, and you're going to get a sense of chemically how your body reacts. I'm even getting the sense that for some of you, it's going to be about your hips, hip replacement, or maybe losing some weight on your hips or strengthening your hips. And I'm also showing that for some of you, you're going to be training with weights, and you're not going to be so worried anymore about money. There's something that will show up for you when you're not going to feel threatened about your financial security. So there's something that will turn up for you when you're going to feel that now your finances are steady. It doesn't matter whether you are a working Aries or not. Something will, you're going to find out something that maybe you qualify to get, and that's going to put you a little bit more at ease about your finances or even investments for those of you who have investments. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Do leave me a comment below or in the chat. Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. For you, this lunar eclipse is going to be a little bit more about endings and beginnings, a little bit more about finances that you know of, and it's also about your social life online, your social life in person, opening up to the things that previously you were a little bit shut down, opening up at a heart level. Okay, for you to truly understand at first hand how does it feel to be on the other side, to experience life through somebody else's eyes, to wear someone else's shoes and walk a mile in their shoes. This is going to teach you about where is it that maybe you were holding on to judgment and you did not know, whether you were judging yourself, others, for you to understand that people that you judge that they have easy, it's not so easy. Okay, and maybe also for you to realize that it's not so easy to be a Taurus either. So where is it that you need to open up your heart to a whole new understanding? Where is it that you need to open up your mind to a new belief system? Okay, to open up spiritually, emotionally, and for some of you, unfortunately for some of you, in the next 3 to 6 months, your moral conduct, moral ethics, they may be cold in some circumstance. Could be in a family circumstance, in a friendship circumstance, in social groups, clubs that maybe you belong to, or your ethic at work. So something like that will show up for you, and it's going to be you deciding whether you want to fight this and how you would like to find this. For some of you who have been going through a legal situation, whether that is paperwork, a lawsuit, courts, immigration situations, in the next 3 to 6 months, you are finally going to conclude this legal battle, this legal going on and on situation. And for some of you, if this if you are dealing with a situation that calls for a settlement, you're going to be able to reach a settlement just like that. Anything that you have been trying to achieve in 6 months or longer, everything that you have been trying to achieve in a year, boom, you're going to get it done in 24 to 48 hours. When solutions to come, they're going to be like boom, boom, boom. Okay, but you are also going to be dealing with a lot of your own hesitation. Okay, so think things through, but don't take too long. Don't take too long. You need to figure out why you are hesitating. Okay, you need to figure that out because nobody else is going to have the answers for you. Pay attention to forgetfulness. You may be forgetting stuff. You could be getting forgetful. You may be losing stuff or misplacing stuff in the next 3 to 4 months. So try to be as organized as you can, or keep notes, write everything down, because you may be dealing with situations when you forget important stuff or you misplace important items. And you are also going to have situations involving a car, buying a car, selling a car, fixing a car, other car related situations, or car insurance related situations in the next 6 months. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. You are going to come to an understanding about yourself, about your life. How do you want your life flow to be? This is not about the direction of your life. This is about the flow of your life. This is about opening up communications, being extremely very honest with yourself, trying to understand yourself better, trying to get to the root of any problems with communications, trying to get to the bottom of things, particularly with family-related situations, with siblings-related situations, any situations involving one of your parents, whether your parents are dead or alive, whether your parents are still in this world or on the other side. It's going to be about your family, extended family, relatives, and anyone else that gives you that sense of family, of familiarity. Okay, and situations are going to unfold in the next 3 to 6 weeks. For many of you, there is the sense of blessings, emotional blessings coming to you through family channels, relatives, siblings. It is about the family unit. It is about emotionally getting closer in spite of certain differences or together figuring things out. And I'm also getting the sense that this is also about you getting in touch with yourself, you becoming or being again the person who's at the center of things with friends, laughing at the center of a party. You being celebrated in some ways. In the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to end up being celebrated. And for some of you, yes, it may be your birthday, but this is something that it's bigger than your birthday. There's going to be reasons for people to celebrate you or to congratulate you. For some of you, your status in the family is changing. Somebody's getting married, somebody's giving birth, other things are happening. So therefore, your status in the family is changing. Pay attention to the energy of the neighbors. There could be some on and off situations here that are not going to be too pleasant with people living near you, close to you, around you, in the neighborhood, or in a community that you are associated with. But I'm getting the sense that if you don't make a big deal about it, it's not going to be a big deal either. Now, for a lot of Geminis, it's also about you getting your investment back. Whatever you have invested so far is going to start to give you results. If you have invested in making videos and having a social media presence, if you invested in a business, if you invested in your work just to make money, if you have invested in your home to make your home pretty, if you have invested spiritually and going through some form of spiritual awakening and development, that's where you're going to start to see results. So making a profit on your investment. And it is also about any of you who invests trying now to make, some, I'm not getting like a big, huge turnout of the investment, but definitely you are going to break even, and now you're going to start to make a little bit of profit. And for some of you, it could be that you could be thinking about furthering your education. This could be spiritually based courses, energy based courses, engineering, computer, communication. So furthering your education, furthering your skill, whatever skill you have. And for some of you, it could also be about taking courses, classes, even in person. So because school nowadays is shifting, it's taking many different forms, online being one of them. So it's about furthering your knowledge, your skill, being an apprentice. Like you're going to find the perfect teacher or the perfect program that is going to fall in your lap, and you're going to be like, that's what I was waiting for. Okay, so the kind of courses, classes, or developing a skill that truly is going to change your life and is going to help you to transform your finances to very good, transform your finances in a way that you had no idea that could be possible. So making a profit or turning talents, your skill, your intuition into profit. The next card, the next sign is Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. Sometimes it's okay for you to slow down, because that's when you do get to live your best life, to travel, to go on vacation, to spend time with your loved ones, to go in places that you never thought that you would travel. So it is about life throwing opportunities for you to travel and to reconnect with people, okay? And I'm also getting the sense that opportunities will come along to refinance your home, refinance a car. For some of you, you may be dealing with a mortgage-related situation. It's not about the mortgage being a problem, but it's about something new or some opportunity that may be coming along, and you may have to change something about a mortgage. I'm also getting the sense that for some of you Cancerians, they're showing me that you are going to be working in the hospitality industry, hotels, Airbnb. For some of you, you may be renting out your home for a season or two or for a couple of days. So they're showing me many different situations involving the hospitality businesses, hotel and hospitality businesses, where very much you Cancerians are going to be involved, finding a job there or traveling a lot. Therefore, hotels and hospitality business are involved. Like your life is shifting and changing because, so to speak, you're going to kick off your shoes and you're going to be more relaxed. So this time around is about you enjoying more your life. Even if you get to be home, you are going to enjoy that a lot more than before. You are going to feel a calling that is going to call you home. And this is about your soul. It's calling you home. This is not about your physical home. For many of you, it is about you finding your calling, your spiritual calling. You're following your professional calling. You're finding your calling in love. What is it that you like to find in love? Are you single? Are you married? Are you happy? Are you looking? Okay, what is it that you need to feel satisfied emotionally as a person, and also as a person in a relationship? So this is about the fulfillment. What is lacking out of this fulfillment? So it's about putting all the dots in every I and crossing all of the T's and finding satisfaction emotionally as you go along. It's not about you having to figure out everything at once. Don't even try to do that, because you are only going to make it difficult for yourself. So just, you're going to try to figure out everything as you go along, and you are still going to get to live your best life. So that's what they're saying about Cancer, and this, and I hope that this is making sense to you. Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. Many of you, for many of you, you may be physically giving birth. It could be about the rebirth of a certain emotion. It would be about the rebirth of your business, the rebirth of a career, a profession, the rebirth of your life. And it's going to be about how easily now you are going to navigate from one chapter to another chapter. You are going to easily navigate from one page to another. You're going to easily navigate from one website to another. Technology is going to facilitate a lot of things to make your life more practical, but that also means that you may end up purchasing a new app, protection, extra, like a virus protection for your computer. You may be dealing with learning new things about technology, because that's what's going to facilitate your life, your business, your work, your career. And it's also going to facilitate you having more fun. For many of you, they're talking about you are going to file in the next 3 to 6 months a new name, a new extension to your name. You may be dealing with a name to a business. You may be dealing with you changing your name legally. You may be helping somebody else as they are transitioning, and maybe they need to change their name, their social media name, their spiritual name for some of you, or maybe they have a business and they need to either figure out a name or come up with a new name. So legally changing status, officially changing a status. And it's also about how karma is rewarding you. During this time, for those of you who are going to be hearing news of people being pregnant, people giving birth in the next 3 to 6 weeks, it feels very karmic. You are going to find yourself being more drawn to people who have this childlike nature, to children, to creativity, to all forms of expressions that are very creative. You're going to feel more like yourself, like this is it, this is you. You are meant to be here. You are meant to be in this relationship, if that's the case. You are meant to be in this marriage. You are meant to be in this place to live, in this particular place, in this country, in this state. This is the home. This is the family that you wanted to create. This is your moment. You're going to have those moments when you're going to feel like This is the moment that my heart wants to be. Sometimes you're going by your day and you're going to be like, there's nowhere else that I'd rather be rather than here. Emotional resolutions. And yes, some of you may still be grieving a little bit. Okay, you are going to experience some losses here and there in the next 3 to 6 months, but the gains are going to be even better. So it's about you finding your courage, knowing that you may have to lose something in order for you to achieve something else. You have to be very aware and you have to be very conscientious about a choice where you may have to lose something in order for you to gain something bigger, something different, or to change your life. So that may be a challenge, okay? But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be if you embrace your courage. And time over, go back to this reading because you may need to listen to this. You need to be motivated in the next 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 months that you can do this. It was meant for you to do this. You are meant to do this. And for some of you, your talent is going to put you in a whole new situation. Could be that a book gets picked up, could be your talent, maybe you're singing and it's going very well and you win something, or you get chosen for an audition. It could be that at work, your performance is going to be very good in spite of certain absences that you're going to have. But in spite of everything, home, family life, and the joy that you get from it is going to be at the center of it all, and connecting to children and childlike energy. So it could be about getting pregnant or success in fertility treatments for Leos. I hope that this is making sense to you. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. For some of you, if you are dealing with a legal situation, or it could be a serious situation at work where you get a word that somebody has been stealing from you, whether that was your intellectual property, money, credits, or other material goods, you may have to be involved with some kind of an investigation. Maybe that's not about you. Maybe you somehow are going to be involved in uncovering the truth, and you could be one of the people being called or questioned, or to give a testimony. You are also going to find yourself giving testimonials. People may be asking you to give testimonials. People may be asking you to give references. People may be asking you for your advice. So for some reason, here you are living your life kind of, in the background. Now you're going to be catapulted in forefront, okay, where anything you have to say, anything you do is going to take center stage. Many of you are going to be dealing with situations when you are going to be looking into getting a better deal. If you have insurance, you may have to figure out, some changes or something else about an insurance that you have. Life protection, I don't know what life protection is, that's what they're telling me, or a lifetime protection. So it feels like you have to reconfigure or make some changes to the things that give you protection. Antivirus protection, emotional protection, things that keep you more grounded. For some of you, it feels that you may have to end a license or give in a license, hand it back, and then start a whole new process, start a whole new business. It could be about a passport that maybe you have to choose between 2 different citizenships, therefore you have to give up one. So I am getting the sense that you are going to be presented with choices, and you're going to be like, okay, here's what I'm going to go about it. And this is karma. Karma wants you to have choices, and you also don't want to feel limited. But also it feels like as you go along, you may feel undecided. You may feel that, oh my God, like I can't choose, or why should I choose? Or maybe difficult for you to choose, maybe because you don't know all the details yet. Okay, but no matter what, it feels like karma is your back, and you are going to end up making the right choices. in spite of your undecisiveness. And some of you are going to be thinking about, seriously, either about getting married, proposing, getting proposed to. It's about making important life choices. Okay, like a marriage, like having a child, like moving to a different country, like changing jobs or careers, buying a home. So the next 3 to 6 months is about making important life choices. And if you don't do them intentionally, life will bring your way situations that are going to change your life for the better, but dramatically. So for you, I'm getting the sense of dramatically. Your life is going to look very, very different in the next 3 to 6 months with a positive tune here, okay? Dramatically in a good way. So they are asking you to reach out to professionals. They are asking you, like, if you need to talk to a psychologist, if you need to get a reading, if you need to hire a mechanic, if you need to consult with a life coach, if you need to get guidance from a career guidance or counselor, so to a doctor. So it feels like reach out to professionals, okay, to do things as you go along in anything that you may be needing help, from something simple as a car mechanic to other important life situations. So don't hesitate to reach out and hire professionals. And I hope that this is making sense to you, Virgo. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. It's about evening out everything that maybe you had no idea that it was lacking something, it was lacking quality. So in the next 3 to 6 months, these eclipses, or this lunar eclipse in particular, is going to affect you in a way that you're going to start to question, where is the balance in this relationship? Where is my balance? Where is that life-work balance? Where is that mind, body, spirit balance? What about the balance of my finances? What gives me or keeps me grounded emotionally, spiritually, or even with your religion? So it's going to give you a lot to think, okay? And you may be thinking and you may be feeling that as a new balance is being reset, is taking place in your life, the old beliefs, your old life is shaken, okay? A lot of your beliefs, your core beliefs, are going to be shaken to the ground. And even though we are talking about balance, and emotionally that's how it's going to feel, like you're trying to find your balance, you are all, because there is this duality about this lunar eclipse, you are also going to feel that yet in your life everything is fine. It's just that you have shifted how you feel about it. You have shifted what you think about it. You have shifted your energy. So I'm getting the sense that everything is good, okay? But you are not going to feel as afraid, as reserved in your daily life as you make your choices. For some of you, I'm even getting that you are going to make, you're going to be very good in terms of a self-employment situation, in terms of finding jobs for your spouse, for your kids, for your relatives. You're going to have some good luck charm here into facilitating things for other people. And as that happens, as a result of that, they're going to end up facilitating your life. Some of you are going to be graduating or finishing a course or class, a certification program, a license situation in the next 3 to 6 months. So basically, you are going to break free from what emotionally limited you, from the limitations that you put on yourself, but maybe you did not know that this is what you're doing to your self. And some of you are going to end up being published or launching something, launching of a website, launching videos, publishing a book, publishing some research-related work. Maybe some of you are in the research field or department, or it's part of your PhD when you have to write a thesis or a research. And it feels like all of that is going to go very well now. You still have to be patient, but it's not going to be like before, dragging things along. Now it feels like things are going to get done, and you are going to get the attention that you need from the right people. If you feel that you need attention from a boss, you're going to get that. If you feel that you need attention from readers, from the public, from an agent, from a manager. You are going to get that. So getting attention from the right people at the right time, people who have the ability to help you, people who can make you feel seen, like people who have important connection to other people so they can help you, or people in a position of power. So they have the ability and the position, of course, the power to help you. So feeling seen, and you being more open. You are definitely in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be like, did I just say that? I didn't mean it, but you cannot help it but being extremely very honest. Sometimes that's not good because it's about the choice of words. Being honest is always good, but pay attention to what kind of words are you going to use to say that, to express your opinion. So be very careful with what words do you choose to express yourself. Okay, and still being true and honest to yourself, to that opinion. So be very careful with what you're going to say, what you're going to write. Think things through, okay? Be a little bit more diplomatic. Have a strategy about how you're going to convey a message. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. This lunar eclipse is going to affect you in a way in the next 3 to 6 months that you are going to feel that you are rebuilding your emotional home. You are rebuilding connections with the outside world. Because to some degree, you may have felt that there's only a limited amount of people in your life or people that you have access to. So it feels like right now life will begin to feel bigger again. And you are also going to feel that you are a little bit more of a master of your destiny. You have something to say. You're going to take charge and you're going to want change. And I'm getting the sense that you're going to open up your social life. You're going to choose to be there, and you're going to choose to get help, to ask for help. You're going to choose to be better, and you're going to choose to feel better. For those of you Scorpios who have been struggling a little bit emotionally more so than others, maybe for some of you it was anxiety, maybe it was due to fear or depression, or physically you had to go through surgeries or recuperation period from medical treatments, or maybe your body wasn't just feeling it. In the next 3 to 6 months, your body will regenerate. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more desire to live life. You're going to make a choice, a decision to be happy. And maybe it took you a long time to make this decision that you just want to be happy. But once you make up your mind about something, Scorpio, there's nothing that or no one can stand in your way, because you're going to be like, I decided, and boom, you're going to disconnect. If it is a person that you need to disconnect because you decided to be happy without that person or in spite of that person or a situation, you're going to go back to being you and that ability that you have to disconnect emotionally, mentally, and to move forward in a way that doesn't affect you anymore, mentally or emotionally or even financially for a lot of you. You're going to have to deal with making a lot of important financial transactions, important financial decisions when it comes to your money, to any debts that you may have, making more money, investments, how you spend money in the next 3 to 6 months. So things are going to come up that are going to be you figuring out how to make more money, you figuring out how to cut your losses financially, how to cut your debt. But there is this energy of going back and forth with finances, but I'm also getting the sense that as you go along, your finances are going to regain a sense of stability. And as you go along, you are also going to regain a sense of trust, because for some of you, you have lost a lot of your trust. It doesn't matter in what sense, okay? That's only going to make sense to you, but you are going to regain that sense of purpose or that sense of trust that you thought that you lost. You have a lot of talents and a lot of skill. And in the next 3 to 6 months, if you are not giving yourself proper credit for talent, skills, or the experience that you have gained so far, life is going to put you in a situation, you know, behind the wall. You're going to be like, now I can see my talent. Now I can see my wisdom. Okay, because it is about many of you Scorpios not giving yourself enough credit. Maybe you give credit to yourself for other stuff that is not so important. Okay, it's about giving yourself credit for the things that are truly going to shift and change your life from within. Okay, and as a result, you're going to see your life changes. So changing your life from within. Many of you Scorpios are going to be working with a teacher, a spiritual teacher, an instructor, a guidance counselor, somebody who's going to direct you, who's going to teach you how to make the best of what you have, how to make the best of who you are. You may be working with a gym instructor. You may be working with a psychologist. You may be working with a spiritual teacher. You may be learning tarot. You may be learning about crystals. You may be learning about engineering. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to be working with somebody who's going to teach you how to take yourself, your money, your work, your finances, your body even, to the next level. And I'm also getting that a lot of you are going to be working very closely with a diet, nutritionist, a dietitian, or it's going to be about food, a lot of changes about your eating habits and about your food choices in the next 3 to 6 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 to 6 months. I don't know why I keep saying 3 to 6 weeks. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Scorpios. Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. I'm getting the sense that that may not be the case right away, right from the start of this lunar eclipse. That after 2 or 3 weeks, you are going to ease into it and you're going to have this sense that there is a lot of goodness out there in the world available to you. You are going to feel the need to give. You're going to feel the need to give in a way that is constructive and benevolent to you as well. And I'm also getting the sense that you are going to feel the desire to share your knowledge, to teach, to instruct, to guide other people, because, or to do something for the greater good, because you're going to feel this sense of collaborating with others, meeting the right people and having the right chemistry, being partnered up either at work, or if you are doing love work with the right love partner, or other people to collaborate with, or even the right people to go on vacation, to go away. In the next 3 to 6 months, what I'm getting is the energy of you ending up with the right people. You may be looking for the right salesperson, boom. The right salesperson ends up finding you. You may be looking for the right publisher for you or editor, boom, they're going to end up finding you. So it feels like life is going to have a way to send you people when you need them, or situations when you need them. You think of somebody and boom, they're there, or you get a message from them. And I'm also getting the sense that for those of you who are single and looking, I'm also getting the sense that you are going to be asked out on a date. And for you, in the next 3 to 6 months, is going to be like, either this is the week where everybody's interested in you, and the week prior to that was 0 people interested in you. And you're going to be like, from 0 to, okay, 2 or 3 people interested in me. It's like all or nothing, okay? And you're going to be dealing with a lot of situations where for you, you're going to be like, it's either like all or nothing. But there's also this energy of you collecting. Karma this time around wants to give you so that you can collect the goodness that you have done in this life, but also from the goodness that you have done in past lifetimes that you may have. A lot of you are going to dwell into the mysteries of life. A lot of you are going to be watching movies, documentaries, talking about aliens, alien life, life and death, do dead people talk, how to communicate with them, what are the Akashic records. You're going to dwell a little bit in mysterious subjects, into spiritual and metaphysical subjects, but with a light heart, not necessarily with a heavy heart. Many of you are going to complete important paperwork. And maybe as of today, maybe you don't even need to do important paperwork, but that need will arise in the next 3 to 6 months when you have to deal with important paperwork. Okay, and it feels like you are going to help either your family, okay, to complete this paperwork, and it could be in regards to family, power of attorney, buying or selling of property, buying and selling of a business. It could be due to your line of work, that if that's what your line of work is, you're doing with paperwork, you may be dealing with a lot more paperwork than before. So anything that will come up in the next 3 to 6 weeks, they would like for you not to be, they would like to tell you like not to be anxious, not to overly alert yourself. Anything that will come up in the next 3 to 6 months is very much doable, and it's something that you get to do, you get to achieve, you get to overcome. But your initial reaction to anything is going to be like you're going to freak out. It could be simple as, oh my God, the internet went down, you're going to freak out. Pay attention to your tendency to freak out in that very first moment. And then after that, everything is fine. There's not really need for you to freak out. So try not to overreact in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm getting the sense of you're going to feel blessed because you are always going to find yourself at the right time, at the right place, with the right people. So you're going to be lucky in that regard. I'm even getting celebrations of love, declarations of love, being proposed to, thinking of proposing. I'm getting a lot of family coming together, birthday celebrations. So a lot of coming together with people for a reason to celebrate, to hang out. So like it feels like one celebration after another. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Sagittarians. Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. You are going to start to feel that you are here on ground level or on ground zero. Then you're going to start to feel like, boom, you're up in the air. And for some of you, this could be in the emotional sense that you're going to start to feel more happy, more relaxed. For other ones, this is going to be about you starting to travel once more, so up in the air. But I'm also getting the sense that you may be feeling a little bit in suspense because maybe you don't know all of the details yet. And it feels like you may be dealing with a lot of situations happening at the same time. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to communicate. You somehow feeling at the center of attention. And I'm also getting the sense that everything that was previously blocked in your life, now you're going to feel like it was open all along. You just did not know it. Okay? So if you felt like you were blocked in love, everything is going to be open. Okay, and some of you may end up attracting more than one partner in the next 3 to 6 months. So you're going to realize that nothing was blocked. It was always open all along. If somebody did put restrictions on your credit cards, on your finances, or other limitations that maybe were put in place by people, other people other than you, over which you didn't have power or control, now you are going to be, or everything is going to be lifted, these restrictions. Okay, you're going to be given the green light to go ahead and proceed. And now I'm getting the sense that for some of you in the next 3 to 6 months, you are also going to conclude something of importance. Could be courses, classes, finally getting that certification, diploma, degree that you needed, a license that you needed. So everything that you needed now is going to be easier for you, okay? Situations are going to feel a lot more facilitated, okay? And you're going to be able to achieve a lot more than before. So it doesn't feel like you have to do extra work anymore. Whatever work you do is going to repay you. If you decide that, hey, I don't want to work out in the gym, Okay, whatever you do is going to repay you. If you decide that I want to work on a relationship, it's going to repay you. If you decide that I'm going to look into purchasing a new home, it's going to repay you. So in everything that you choose to do. But as you go along, Capricorn, you may have a tendency to overestimate your power. So make sure not to promise more than you can deliver. You know, pay attention to not to bite more than you can chew. In the next 3 to 6 months, many of you are going to have to deal with estimates. You may need to ask somebody for an estimate about a car, about a home, about a mortgage. So it feels like you're going to be dealing with asking people for an estimate before you decide whether you're going to purchase something or not, or an evaluation of anything that you own, evaluation of your car, your assets, an inheritance, financial or financial assets that you have, properties that you may have. And for some of you, I'm also shown situations that you are going to be dealing with in different countries. In different countries, could be properties in different countries, could be you being connected with people in different countries, and you having to deal with people or family that you may have in different countries a lot more than before in the next 3 to 6 months. And for some of you, it's going to be about relationships ending or beginning in the next 3 to 6 months. So in that aspect, when it comes to relationships, you may have to deal with life-changing circumstances where a relationship ends and another one begins, or a marriage ends and another marriage begins. So a lot of having to leave behind you anything that no longer serves you, but feeling very assured in your heart, feeling in your heart that this is the right way for you to go. So you're not going to feel so much as I'm not in charge. You are also going to have the sense that greater forces are in action, and somehow you also feel in charge. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Capricorn. Now, Aquarius. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Try not to feel disappointed, because initially not everything is going to go according to plan. It feels like a reset needs to happen. And for you, Aquarius, you may have the sense that something is being delayed, or a lot of things are delayed before they take off. Maybe you already feel this sense of absence, this sense of delays, and you may still feel it in the next 2 to 3 weeks before everything starts to move forward with the right pace for you. You need to try to think, have you been given importance to things that in some ways you have wasted your time? What is it that you need to give more importance from this point on in the next 3 to 6 weeks? For some of you, you are going to end up dealing with a family circumstance where something will be granted to you. This could be a property being granted to you that is coming to you from family channels, family sources. Family will be very, very generous toward you with gifts. Oh, okay. It feels like there's a lot of relatives that maybe want to talk to you, to feel reconnected to you. You're going to have this sense that you wanted people to be there for you and nobody was around. And now that everything is going back to normal, everybody now that wants to be there for you. But maybe there's also a lot of miscommunications here involved that are going to be clarified in the next 3 to 6 months. Somehow you are going to rediscover yourself again. And for some of you in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to have opportunities to have a new job. You're going to have opportunities that you're not even looking for. Okay, and people just out of nowhere, they may be approaching you with an opportunity to enter a relationship or a marriage, an opportunity to combine forces together and generate money together, business opportunities. It's going to be about living arrangements. Many of you are going to be making new living arrangements in the next 3 to 6 months. You may be looking to move out, you may be looking into renovating or remodeling your home. So it feels like certain prospects that you thought that you lost or they were blocked, now you're going to feel like everything is open. So all kinds of possibilities could be happening, and it feels that you also feel ready. You also feel ready. You are going to take a little bit more of a practical approach to anything that you may be dealing with. Okay, focus on being more practical, but you are also going to start to organize people. You're going to start to organize events. You're going to start to organize get-togethers. So life is changing, and as the life of people closest to you is changing, okay, you may have the sense that your life is not changing by much, but before you know it, your life will start to change and to look so much different. And as a result, in the next 3 to 6 months, you are also going to be connected with new people with whom you're going to communicate in your daily life on a daily basis. In some ways, you are going to attract a whole new set of people, a whole new set of friends, new family members. So for you, it feels like life is changing because you are going to attract new business partners, new friendships, new social clubs, social groups that you belong to. And you're going to feel complete one event after another. It feels like you're going to tackle everything one after one, and you're going to get things done, kind of like getting the ducks in a row. And for some of you, during this time, in the next 3 to 6 weeks, you may be trained in something that maybe you don't plan to use it right away, but maybe there's an opportunity for you to register now. Maybe there's a discount offered, and you're going to jump into that opportunity. And maybe you're not going to launch whatever you need to launch right away. You may still be preparing for it, because I'm getting the sense that something that you going to be thinking about doing now, or something that is happening now, is going to be full force on, or you're going to launch it toward November, December. November, December seem to be very lucky months for you, Aquarius, because somehow that energy of November, December is connected to the energy of this lunar eclipse right now in May. So you're going to be on watch out, or you're going to be, on the lookout for what works for you and what doesn't, but also be a little bit more aware of opportunities that are dropping in your lap, people, friendships falling in your lap. You may not be so fully aware that this is happening. So pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to little things, how little by little your life is changing. It's opening doors for you, because in the next upcoming months, like one month after the other, you yourself, you're going to feel that your life is opening up again. And I hope that this is making sense to you, Aquarians. And now Pisces. Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. Some of you are going to be dealing with a situation about family and children. Okay? Partner, ex-partner, particularly if you happen to share children together. So in the next 3 to 6 months, some of you may be dealing with a paternity situation, or if you are a father, there could be something coming up about fatherhood. For other ones, it's going to be about eliminating from your life or your diet anything that to you feels negative or suffocating. Okay, it is about you making more conscious decisions, being very much aware of choices that you made in the past that led you to where you are in life, and how not to make the same mistakes, the same errors twice. So issues about being a mother, issues about being a father are going to be forefront, but there's also the sense of you feeling fully satisfied. You are now uncovering how to live your full life from a full heart. Okay? Your life may still look the same, but what's going to change is that you are now to live your life with an open heart, with a full heart, where everything gives you a lot more satisfaction. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you are going to attempt to do online dating. So you're going to, other Pisceans are going to do something that maybe before you were completely against it. And it could be anything, something that you were completely against it. Now you're going to be like, okay, let me give this a try. Okay? If it works, okay. If it doesn't, okay. Or if I like it, okay. If I don't like it, okay. So you're going to be doing things that normally you don't do, or you don't go for it, but you're going to feel more open to give yourself a chance to try something out just to see if it works or not. You are going to be dealing with pressures, or you're going to feel pressured about your work, okay? But you are also going to know how to handle pressure, okay? Or how to redirect that pressure. A lot of changes that are connected to your work, how you go about your work, processes that you use, programs that you use, changes in the workplace that are going to be happening in the next 3 to 6 months. So for some of you, maybe the offices are going to be opened, or restaurants, or whatever job you do, and now everything is going to go back to what it used to be, but it's also going to look different. Like the environment of the job, the place where you work is going to look very different, and that may be changing a few times in the course of the next 3 to 6 months. Pay attention, because your name is going to be called out. It could be in a meeting. It could be somebody on social media could be giving you a shout out. It could be that you receive some big news or notification coming to you from IRS, from a legal department, or from another government institution. Okay, so in some ways your name is going to be called out, but I'm not getting a sense here that this is a bad thing. Many of you are going to be looking into what do you qualify for, any benefits or anything else that you qualify from, either from your work, from the government, any kind of assistance. So something is coming together for you that you qualify for, and you are also going to have full access to it. If this is something that you are trying to do, but you didn't have full access to it yet, you will do so. You will be given full access to it in the next 3 to 6 months. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Pisces. So I did all of the 12 signs, how this lunar eclipse on May 26 will be affecting each and every sign. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe, thumbs up. For those of you who would like to contact me for a reading, my email is amalightworker@gmail.com. I have also posted my contact information down here below in the show more description box. And my website is www.amalightworker.com. And also, I will be launching new videos about the next 6 months. I will be launching videos about finances and love about the next 6 months. I will be posting a link to those videos whenever I have them ready, and they will be posted on Vimeo for those of you who are interested for download and purchase, because the next 6 months we're going to have more eclipses. There's another eclipse happening in June, so these eclipses are really going to be life changing. So that's all we have for today. So again, like, share, subscribe, contact me for a reading. Do leave me a comment down here below, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye. Oh, and one more thing, because I keep seeing the chat here, and the Akashic records are still open, and they are reminding me that because of the eclipses, okay, they highly recommended that I do a group energy clearing. And I will be announcing when I'm going to do the group energy clearing. And as of today, I'm thinking of doing a group energy clearing on the second Saturday of May. And you do not have to be live with me for the energy clearing as long as you sign up for it. I will be setting that up, and I will be sending you a link to participate. And the price is going to be only $11. Only $11 for the group energy clearing. If you don't know what energy clearing is, please visit my website. For many of you who already had energy clearings with me, please do leave a comment about your experience down here below. And if you are interested to participate in the group energy clearing, please don't hesitate to email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. Like, this comes in the right time, okay? Because we are going to need a lot of energy clearing from these two eclipses. Yeah, I meant the second week in June. I'm sorry, the second week in June. I'm going to have a group energy clearing right after the solar eclipse. Not in May, because in May we have one, but we also have another one in June. Okay, so the Akashic Record suggested that that's the time frame that is best for you and me to do an energy clearing right after the eclipses, the lunar and the solar. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday day. Bye-bye.